Brandon Aiyuk. What a roller coaster this has been, okay? Reports indicate, as you see the trade partners there on your screen, a trade could be in place that would send Aiyuk to the Steelers, but they're still working through some things, some particulars. Good thing we got Graz here to explain it all. What is the latest in the twists and turns of the Aiyuk negotiations, Graz?
Well, the latest I've heard is that Aiyuk and the 49ers have been in conversations in recent days about a contract extension. And at this point, the 49ers have the framework of a deal in place with Pittsburgh if there's going to be an Aiyuk trade. Pittsburgh, has a general idea, and Aiyuk does what Pittsburgh would pay him on a new deal. And obviously, he's been talking to the Niners for a while about a possible extension there. So it's a situation where, on some level, it may be up to Brandon Aiyuk to decide where he wants to go. Now, a week ago, what we knew was that the Niners had given Aiyuk permission to go talk to other teams about a contract, see if they could work out a trade with those teams. And New England was involved, and Cleveland was involved, and obviously Pittsburgh. So I think, it was that was a means of the 49ers sort of letting the market set itself, right? Like, hey, Brandon, you don't like what we've offered. Go see if you can find it from somebody else. And then if you can't, maybe you come back to us. And so I think they're at a point now where that has sort of happened, and they're trying to get to a resolution pretty soon because we're about 3 weeks out here from the start of the season. They'd like to get him in camp and practicing if he's going to be on the team. And if he's not, they'd like to figure out what their options are at the position.
It's worth a reminder, Graz, as we've kind of watched this whole thing develop, that Deebo Samuel has, another year on his contract. So they're going to have to pay him or make a decision on him soon-ish. But you've also got Brock Purdy, who's going to need to be paid. As the 49ers weigh all of this and then look at Aiyuk and trying to keep him, he is super crucial to their offense and what they want to run. How do you think all those other elements factor in?
Oh, well, it's not insignificant. I mean, remember, they also have their left tackle, Trent Williams, who's holding out, looking for more money. They're paying George Kittle big money. They're paying Fred Warner big money. Like they're set up to win now. Brock Purdy will be extension eligible next offseason, and assuming another good year from him, he'll make a lot of money. I do think if Aiyuk is on the 49ers this year, then I think you have to assume one or the other of him and Deebo will be gone next year. If Aiyuk signs a long-term extension, that makes it more likely that Deebo moves on after this year. They are coming to the point, the 49ers, where they're going to have to make some decisions on some of those big money guys on their roster. But they're not there yet. And right now, they're a team that is determined to win this very next Super Bowl. There's obviously never been anybody closer to winning a Super Bowl without doing it than they just were. So they're in a win-now window. Aiyuk is a big part of that. That's why they want him back. They don't want to trade him, and they would like to get to a resolution that makes him happy and keeps him on the team if that is still possible.
I'm also thinking about the prospect of him joining a Steelers team. We still don't know exactly who the quarterback's going to be, but think about him on the same team with George Pickens potentially. It could be a really nice, enticing thing for those two quarterbacks.